Hi everybody. Still enjoyed having Mark on for a chat yesterday, but we finally get to the third part. Well, we got to the third part of the unethical prosecutors. Time to get to the third part of the dude Erekose talking about Brendan's March 1st interrogation. Let's share screen. Click on that, click on share sound, and share, and good, let's click on play.
Hello everybody, you have tuned in to Erekose on Making a Murderer on YouTube. I cover virtually any aspect of making a murderer. I go over the evidence, the documents, the photos. So if you like, stay tuned, and in the future I'll have many more videos besides the one you're about to see.
Okay, let's get beyond being scared. Let's get beyond the idea of you getting in trouble and going to jail, because it's not going to happen, okay? Tell us anything more.
Hello folks. So what you just heard there was a very, very distinct and very specific promise that was given to Brendan on November 6th of 2005. Now, this is the day after the RAV4 is found. It's up in Crivets. Him and his brother get pulled over by this Officer O'Neill from Marionette County Sheriff's Department. And Officer O'Neill goes on to grill Brendan. And, you know, you can see it shows intent from the very beginning that they saw Brendan as a weak link that they could possibly exploit. Because what reason did they have to be pulling Brendan over on the 6th? They have no reason to this day. There is no evidence that ties Brendan to the crime scene, to anything. There's no trace of him. There's absolutely nothing. Only the confession that was coerced out of him. So, today we're going to be seeing some pictures of Brendan's defense team. Various pictures of them, of course. In honor of the fact that the upcoming oral arguments this month on September 26th, gonna be you know, seeing Knight Rider in action again on the 26th. This time they're making their arguments to all 8 judges of the panel of the 7th Circuit Court, because this is an on-bank review. So I thought I'd go ahead and show you some pictures of Brendan's defense team while we, you know, analyze some of this footage of the interrogation. What we're going to be looking at today is after setting the tone with that very clear and specific promise that was issued to Brendan on November 6th of 2005. Now we're going to move forward into the other interrogations where, you know, Tom Fassbender and Mark Wiegert were obviously trying to be a lot more careful in what they said and how they issued what, you know, Judge Hamilton and, you know, maybe Berg call half promises, but not full promises. But they do it a lot. They issue so much of these what they call half promises that the repetition of it itself had to serve to be reassuring to Brendan, especially because I am absolutely certain that Brendan does not forget that Officer O'Neill tells him back on November 6th that he needs to stop being scared about going to jail, because that ain't gonna happen. So when he's listening to Tom and Mark on March 1st, or well, February 7th and the whole entire weekend until March 1st, the weekend used to groom Brendan for the March 1st confession. But when he's listening to all of their promises or half promises, you know, talking about we'll go to bat for you and all that stuff, he had to be thinking back to O'Neill making that very specific promise about not being scared of going to jail. I am here to give you the opportunity to get this off of your chest, Mark and I. We're cops. We're investigators and stuff like that. But I'm not right now. I'm a father that has a kid your age. I want to be here for you. There's nothing I'd like more than to come over and give you a hug right now. 'Cause I know you're hurting. Yes, I do want to give justice to this and to the Hallbox too. You want to tell me what you saw and what you heard because I know that something is intensely bothering you. Talk about it. We're not just going to let you high and dry. We're going to talk to your mom after this, and we'll deal with this. And the best we can find for you, for your good, okay? I promise I will not let you high and dry. I'll stand behind you. And Uyghur jumps in. We both will, Brendan. We're here to help you. This feels pretty awkward, but go ahead and tell us what's been bothering you. Now, in the midst of all this repetitious half promises, trying to reassure Brendan that he really doesn't have anything to worry about so long as he is honest or tells the truth in their eyes, which just means say what they want him to say and say the right things, not the right incriminating things and not the wrong incriminating things. But anyways, he offers 2 believable reasons why he feels distraught and why he might look distraught. And we're going to see him here bring up both of them. One of them is his uncle. The first thing that he brings up when they ask him what's been bothering him is first thing he brings up is his Uncle Stephen. The second thing that he brings up is the fact that he's been having girl trouble and a girl dumped him recently. So we're going to see that in the midst of these, repetitious half promises here. Just wanted to point it out. That he's gone and I can't see him, Brendan says. Fassbender, that Steve is gone? You're pretty close with Steve, he asks. Brendan, I helped him fix cars and that. And upon a second time of Brendan being asked what's bothering him, he talks about the fact that he's trying to get a girlfriend. And he tried to, get a girlfriend. And Fassbender says, oh, did you just break up? And Brendan says, she broke up with me. And Fassbender, helpful here. Did she say why? Nothing to do with this, is it? Brendan doesn't know what to say. Well, I hope you're getting over that. It's just a girl. You'll find other things, right? Talk to your mom about all that. Yeah, he's going to find out all about that in prison, Fassbender. Come on, dude. You got to be kidding me. We'll go to bat for you.
Oh, yeah.
But you have to be honest with us. Tell us the truth exactly. I promise you I'll never let you hang out there alone. But we've got to have the truth. The truth is going to be terrible. It's not your fault. Remember that. Comes in with Uyghur, right? Yeah, it's not your fault, says Fassbender. Like I said, Mark and I are not going to leave you high and dry. I got a very, very important appointment at 3 o'clock today. Well, I ain't leaving for that appointment until I am sure you are taken care of. Telling the truth. You don't have to worry about... You won't have to prove that in court.
And I want to assure you that Mark and I both are in your corner. We're on your side. And even if those statements are against your own interest, you know what I mean? That makes you, it might make you look a little bad, or make you look like you were more involved than you want to be looked at. It's hard to do, but it's good from that vantage point to say, hey, there's no doubt you're telling the truth, because you've now given the whole story. You've even given points where it didn't look real good for you either. From what I'm seeing, even if I fill those in, I'm thinking you're all right. Okay, you don't have to worry about things. We're there for you, and we know what Stephen did, and we know kind of what happened to you and what he did. We just need to hear the whole story from you. And as soon as we get that, we're comfortable with that. I think you're going to be a lot more comfortable with that. It's going to be a lot easier on you down the road.
But we'll stand behind you no matter what you did, okay? Because you're being the good guy here. You're the one that's saying, you know what, maybe I made some mistakes, okay? And by you talking with us, it's helping you, okay? You know, honesty is the only thing that'll set you free, right?
Be honest, because we're gonna be able to tell when you're not being honest. I'm telling you that right now. So you're walking down the road. Let's pick it up again, okay? We don't get honesty here. I'm your friend right now, but I gotta believe in you. And if I don't believe in you, I can't go to bat for you. We're in your corner.
We already know what happened. Now tell us exactly. Don't lie. If you helped him, it's okay, because he was telling you to do it. You didn't do it on your own. We already
He
know.
used you for this.
Come on, be honest with us. Be honest with us. We already know it's okay. We're gonna help you through this, all right? Be honest. You went inside, didn't you? It's okay. It's not your fault. What happens next? Oh, come on, be honest. You went back into that room.
So let us stop and be truthful again. I need you to tell us the truth.
It's really important that you continue being honest with us. Okay, don't start lying now. Are you being honest with us? Did you actually see those items? Come on, be honest with us. Be honest with us. We already know it's okay. We're gonna help you through this, all right? It's okay. It's not your fault. What happens next?
Does he ask you?
What about the knife? Where's the knife? Be honest with me, where's the knife? It's okay. We need to get that, okay? Help us out. Where's the knife?
Probably in the drawer.
In which drawer?
There's a knife drawer
And where's that?
in the kitchen.
Is it probably in there, or do you know what's in there?
So with Wiegert at the end there asking Brendan, is it in the drawer or not, basically, and Brendan's like, I think it is, kind of thing. He's basically realizing that he's not really believing everything Brendan says. He's actually questioning Brendan because he's basically saying, I don't believe you. And I mean, for him to be doing that in the interrogation, how could he not know that they were coercing him? Anyways, when it comes down to it, the whole repetitious nature of all of these half promises, so-called half promises, combined on top of the fact that I'm sure Brendan remembers that full-fledged, very specific promise issued on November 6th of 2005, all culminate. And then you got the continuous, over and over again, be honest, tell us the truth, whenever he says something they don't want to hear. And then the continuous feeding him of plot points, feeding him facts, things that they wanted him to be able to regurgitate and spit back to make it look more credible. Which brings us back to Brendan's brilliant attorneys, and of course we'll be hearing from Laura Nyrider September 26th of this year, 2017, at the on-bank review oral arguments. And, and we can count on her to be prepared and sharp and on top of it in general. So that's what we can look forward to. I'm going to leave you with one last thought here at the end of this video. But if you haven't already, please hit subscribe.
How long is it though?
I don't know.
Yeah, but I got a question.
What's that?
What would happen if he says something, like his story is different, but he says he admits to doing it?
What do you mean?
Like, if his story's like different, like, I never did nothing or something.
Did you? Huh?
Not really.
What do you mean, not really?
They got to my head.
Huh?
Didn't say anything.
Well then, there we go. Couple of things to sort of mention. First of all, I'm sure that Wiegert and Fassbender would have gone and batted for Brendan had he taken a plea deal, had he testified, had he been able to swallow some sort of story and be able to regurgitate it straight and without wavering from anywhere. But of course, there was no way that was going to happen, and so that ultimately they didn't go and bat for him at all. But yeah, interesting that the dude mentions the on-bank hearing. And of course, one of the questions that Laura had to face then was the one from that spineless Hamilton, are the police allowed to bluff? And at the time, the statute was that, incredibly, the police are allowed to bluff, and that's changing. Partly because of Brendan's coerced confession. And I know that Laura Nyrider was involved in that statute 2122. I think it's Senate statute 2122. I'm not going to look it up again for the number. It's something like that, but it's the one about bluffing to teenagers. Anyway, we'll catch you all again probably tomorrow. Got a couple of other things lined up. So yeah, take care. We'll see you soon. Bye for now.